Hey guys, it's Urban. Here's test basics. I'm going to show you my preferred loadouts and a few other things. So first off, we have the stealth jet. My preferred loadout is 30mm cannon. I use that for strafing infantry and ground targets, also knocking out air targets. It's got a higher recoil than the 20mm. I prefer laser guided, but you can use whatever. ECM, gyro stabilizer, and frostbite camo on the attack jet. The 30mm GAU, my JDAM bombs, ECM countermeasures, the gyro stabilizer, and frostbite camo again. I'm going to go back, I'm going to manipulate my stealth jet loadout to reflect what you probably have unlocked, which is very little. 20mm cannon. I'm going to put on heat seekers, but active radar, if you have them, is great. I'm going to switch to IR flares. They're the most consistent countermeasure. ECM isn't always as consistent. As long as you're flying away from the projectile, your IR should work, and your gyro stabilizer, because it's just easier to control your mobility hits from lock-on once you have the gyro on. Now we're going to spawn in on the F-35. I'm going to go ahead and set up here. You spawn in third person or first person. I like to use third person view quite a bit. Also, your free look in first person lets you scan the cockpit. Your free look in third gives you the look back, which is extremely useful for spotting targets behind you, checking the map for action, you know, anything that you can think to use it for. And once you let off that free look button, it'll bring you forward. I bump my countermeasures there and then looked at them in third person. That's pretty common with lock-ons. I'll bump countermeasures and then look back to see if I can see where the lock-on came from. A lot of times there's a smoke trail. Now I switched to heat seekers. I like to use heat seekers in third person. I don't use them very often, but when I do, they're fire and forget. So once you have that lock on and you've launched the missile, off it goes. 20 damage plus the mobility hits per. And here I've stroked that drone. I'm going to switch to first person, switch to my guns. I'm going to finish the drone off. And fly through the wreckage here, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend that on the battlefield. You're going to want to try and evade when you can. Now here I'm just using the guns in third person. I'm going to show you how to do that. So I've done quite a bit of damage to the target. And just swing around the back. Swing forward, more third person gunning. And target's down. And now we're going to switch back to third person, and I'm going to do double heat seeker, quick switch to guns, put some damage on it, and that's a one run go there, as you can see. Now here, and talk a little bit about speed control. Maybe after I knock this drone out, I'm going to talk about speed control. No, we're going to go right into it. Okay, so the best speed for you to turn at is about 315. You can see it's not super easy to control your speed, but in first person, if you look to your upper left, there's a box that gives you information on what your speed is. Right now, I'm holding it right around 315. All I'm doing is depressing the brake, because while I'm in this is a slightly downward bank. I'm going to show you what happens when you slow down here. I use the map rotation to kind of gauge my mobility here as far as turning goes. At the slower speeds, your mobility is lower. I do a lot of it in third person, where again I'm visually using the map rotation, and I can see, you know, how fast the map is rotating, where my sweet spot is, without actually seeing my speed in the cockpit, and this just comes with experience. Anyway, there it is. I hope you enjoyed it.